Oh boy. Hi guys. Just going through the book. Trying to remember everything that has to go together on this. Somewhere I'm missing. Somewhere I'm missing a box of stuff. I went out to the shed. And I think I found all the tins for the engine. I did not find the front crank or the pulley nut or the flywheel nut or the the bottom drain. Somewhere I'm missing a box of stuff. I did find the valve covers though. And I'm pretty sure I have all the pins. But apparently there's a keyway for the front crank pulley. I did find the pulley. This ought to be interesting. So anyways, I got one person in here. Couple pieces came in. Looks like I gotta see if I can straighten all that tin out for the freaking engine. But it looks like I have to order the front and rear, the crank, the flywheel, and the pulley nuts and washers and keyway. I guess I can go back out there and dig through everything again. That stuff's out in that shed someplace. So yeah. I was sitting there looking at the schematic last night, and in the Haynes book, apparently it has the O-ring for the flywheel pictured in between the rear main and the crank. That really messed up last night, thinking I forgot something. And they don't even call it an O-ring. They call it a locking washer. But it's definitely an O-ring. That flywheel nut with the needle bearing, though, this place, the top shredded apart after I tore that engine apart. A lot of that stuff got wet. I'll bet that needle bearing isn't going to be any good in that freaking bolt anyways. Anyways, how y'all doing on Saturday? Very nice out there for being the sun's out and there's no wind, so even though it's cold out, it's not too bad out there. I set you guys up on the top of the car because the cats might stay away from the camera stand. Maybe. Trying to figure out if I'm missing anything before I freaking put the other half of that case on. Just going through everything. I really hate to put this thing together and then have to tear it all back apart. So yeah. Be a whole lot easier if I freaking tore this thing apart, cleaned it, and then put it back together. This is putting it together from a whole pile of parts. From what? 3 different engines, and then everything else is freaking buying new stuff. Oh, there's still one person in the chat. I need one of them camera stands that freaking follow you around. That's what I need to get. Smoke has one. And one of the other guys, just a little bitty guy, he got one. Kind of cool. Have you on the table over there, but cats always come and try and knock you down. I don't know. I keep going through this book and going through this book, and I don't see that I missed anything. Hey, Lauren. I was out at the shed trying to find all the tins. Trying to find the rest of my parts. I think I have all the tin. Hey, Paul. It's buffering? Pieces of parts, too. I know. It's all getting put together from parts. I hope it's not my internet that's buffering. I haven't had any problem today. Sometimes I have to go and unplug the box in the house and freaking do a reset. Because it does do that once in a while, but I haven't had any problems today. So hopefully it's not me. I got y'all on top of the car so the cats maybe will leave the freaking stand alone. Which it's almost feeding time, so they might start freaking. They got a little food over there yet. I keep going through the book, making sure I didn't freaking forget anything before I put the other half on. I wonder how much one of those freaking swivel stands are that follow you around. That way I can walk around and the camera follow me. That'd be cool. Well, my new welding helmet showed up. along with a couple of the parts. Who was it? Slades. I don't know if anybody watches Slades. He does a lot of Volkswagen. Well, he pretty much all Volkswagen. He said that the auto stick starter was a whole lot stronger than a standard stick starter. And Michael's the one that helped me out with the furnace. He builds Volkswagens, and he doesn't understand why there'd be a difference because an auto start or an auto shift. I bet they said auto start, auto shift. Looks like I'm buffering. Great. Shit. VW Jawbreaker YouTube channel. I haven't had problem with buffering, so but on the top of the car is farther away from the Wi-Fi. I wonder if that has something to do with it. So this is normally where I'm at. And I haven't had buffering problems today. VW Jawbreaker. I'll have to look him up. I don't think I'm subscribed to him. I don't know where to put you guys so that hopefully you're not buffering. I got so much stuff in this garage, it's crazy. So over here, is it still buffering? Oh, let's see. Yeah, that's probably the problem then, Paul. It's probably because I was on top of the car and it's just far enough away from the Wi-Fi. See if I can't set you guys up on my freaking refrigerator. I don't think the cats will bug us. And I got so much stuff. Hopefully they don't knock that down. Now we got a cable. Good Lord. You'd think I'd be set up for this, people, by now. Got a glare off of the light. Oh, Lord have mercy. Well, it's funny what 15 people do. Yeah, I'm back over on my seat. Yeah, I'm back down to one now. looks like we're back down to one. We must have lost a couple people. Oh, there's another one. I wonder how much one on all those cameras is. And there's still one person in here, so I'll just keep talking, I guess. Paul said it got better. I think the camera's a little crooked. Come on now, work with me. Oh, how much is one? I think I got it crooked the other way now. I was all set up on that freaking car. Then the Wi-Fi had messed up. Man. Patches says I'm live, so I wonder if I go in under patches. See what it looks like. I'm not buffering now, Paul? Okay. I should do that from now on, I guess. Put it on my other phone. Looks like it's delayed. Oh, got back to 3 now. It's like, that's funny because it's, on my other phone, it's delayed. Yep, I guess I can't get it that far away because the internet freaking starts cutting out. Huh, that's funny. I was saying I should get one of them freaking cameras that stands that follow you around. Wonder how much they cost. What are those things called? Following. Cam. Following cam. Stand. Follow me tripod. The C17 AI gimbal. Might have to watch some reviews on those. Auto face tracking tripod for iPhone and Android, $33.99 at Walmart. That's not bad. Lit auto face tracking tripod. 34 bucks. I just figured they'd be a whole lot more than that. Here's a kit. microphone, stand, a couple stands. Well, that's $170. You can get fancy. Smart Stalker at $52.99. You get a couple different ones. Oh, Temu. I don't ever shop on Temu, but they got one for $15.60. Motion tracking tripod from Amazon. They're not that bad. Oh, we're back down. Watching Doctor Who on split screen with Baker. I don't watch TV anymore, but I used to watch Doctor Who a long time ago. Holy shit. And Michael wants me to put a reviews in. I've been trying to write a review for Michael. He's the one that helped out with the furnace. So on Google and the other one, he wants me to put a review. So I've been trying to write up a really good review, but I just don't want to mess up. So I've been trying. I've done a couple drafts. I just don't want to. Trying to come up with something that's decent. So if Michael gets on here, I'm trying to come up with something that sounds good. I just don't want it to sound too stupid. New Weldon helmet showed up. It's a beaver. Might as well open up with you guys, whoever's on here. Oh. That other one, I just couldn't see out of it. As soon as you started welding, it's like it went full black. I did a little tweaking on it, but that thing's getting old. And the screen's getting really bad on it. I don't have any of the replacement screens or anything else. So what is a beaver helmet look like? Well, don't come with a bag. That's too bad. The one I was looking at came with a bag and everything else. I might have to look back into that. Comes with an extra battery. Comes with a couple new lenses. Hopefully it's an extra battery and not the one you need. You might have to take it all apart. But hey, it's got flames on it. Interesting. Might be easier to change the battery on this one compared to my last one. It's got little flip levers inside. Remove film. I don't know. Kind of flimsy, but I don't know. Warning, please remove film. Got film and everything. New welding helmet. Of course, now it has the side adjust on it. Has the grind mode and then your freaking dial. Alrighty. I just wish it came in the bag. It does come with instructions though. I'm gonna have to, I guess, use the plastic bag for a bag. Otherwise, everything around here gets so freaking dusty and dirty. Maybe if I can hang it up with the bag. Otherwise, it ends up looking like this. That thing is, I can barely see out of that thing anymore, that front. That was a Tulum. I can't even see on the side what it. Oh, there it is. What was I at? No, that's probably half my problem. It was bumped up to almost full blown. That's for arc welding. Oh well, I got a new one. I needed one. What else came in? Well, I don't want to lose this stuff. Don't want to fix. There we go. What else came in? Some of the stuff is starting to show up. Electric fuel pump. Comes with a bracket, couple hoses. Universal 12-volt fuel pump. They want the fuel filter before the pump. to pump 12 inches from the fuel tank, so it likes to push the fuel. Do not run it without fuel. I want to say it was 5 to 7 psi, but I'd have to look again because it does not stay on here. But I got the block off plate for the engine to get rid of the mechanical fuel pump. I figure this should be easy because the car was fuel injected, so it has the fuel injection pump under there yet. I could just remove the high volume, high pressure fuel pump that originally was on the car and install a low pressure pump on it. Hey Joe! Came in from shopping. Did you get your bathroom all cleaned up? I was showing the guys, I got a little electric fuel pump. I want to say it was 5 psi. It was like 5 to 7. I'd like to have gotten one Blizzard supplies. You got another storm coming in? I know it got cold around here. Not too bad today. It's nice and sunny. No wind. I was out at the storage shed getting the tins together. I found the pulley. I did not find the pulley bolt or the flywheel bolt or the drain for the bottom of the engine out there. I'm missing a box in that mess someplace. So we got a welding helmet, we got an electric fuel pump. Something from Dune Buggy Warehouse. Cats are taking over my chair. What are you guys doing taking over my chair? Dune Buggy Warehouse. I wonder if I get a sticker. Big storm coming in Sunday night to Monday. Great. Winter's not over then. At least not for you guys. We don't have any snow here. Dual port doghouse oil cooler for $71.79. You're not supposed to take over my chair. You got your own cushions up there. That's mine. Move. Put that with my receipts. And one of these days I gotta sit down with these receipts and see how much money I do have into this engine. There's a box for the cats. That is. That's not fair. They didn't give me a sticker. Somebody sent me a sticker. New oil cooler. I was not going to try and clean that other one out. Not after what the inside of that engine looked like. because that's the only one I had was for the original engine. That was so corroded, it was crazy. That's the other thing I didn't find was the oil cooler stand. But as corroded as that block is, it probably is junk too. So, we got fuel pumps and an oil cooler. Oh. I had you set up over on the car, but then my internet was buffering really bad apparently. Yeah. I got one more box. Got one more box. Oh. You guys, go do something. Move it. You stubborn. Come on. Thank you. I should look at our weather. East Coast has a big storm coming through. What do we got? It's only 36 degrees out there. Sunday is 28 and windy, 33 and sunny for Monday. No precipitation. And then we're in the 50s for the week. 60s on Friday, 50s Saturday, then back down to 32. I don't have any freaking storms coming in the next 10 days. At least for now. They'll change that in a day or two. Oh, that's nice. Now you're sitting on my box. You're a pain in the butt. Baby George. Who else do we got? Oh, I don't know. You're not named. You're not Scorchy. Scorchy's the only white cat that has a name around here. Will you please move? Bubble wrap. The big old bubble wraps. I gotta do some cleaning around here. No! I have to get my stuff out first. You can crawl in it after. Oh, let's see. Oh, that's weird. I don't remember ordering a reman starter. Oh, you got a hurricane coming in. I wonder if that's why it's going to be windy here. We won't get any of the storm, but well, it's kind of got a hole in the box. But it's a starter, a remanufactured starter. I don't remember buying a remanufactured. I hope that's a picture of a Chevy starter. Hopefully that's not what I got. There you go. Have a box. No, that's a low-C server. So if it's reman,
Weather alert is in effect. Ahead of blizzard expected to bring heavy snow and gusty winds to the region. Sunday night lasting through Monday. 1 to 2 feet of snow. I don't know. I've been lucky this year. Missouri is freaking 0 snow. Don't even have any cleanup snow left. I want to keep it that way. Paul's already cleaned up a big mess today. Oh, good Lord. Winter's not over, huh? We got no snow in the forecast. I like that. Alrighty, so I got an oil cooler, a starter, and a fuel pump in. I got a whole list of stuff still coming. The ski resorts are complaining about having too much snow. I know up in Minneapolis they have a ski resort right off the freeway and they're always blowing snow, so a lot of times it'll mess the freeway up. But you can see it. Well, people can't get there. They need to learn how to clean snow like Minnesota does. You should see it when it gets a huge snowstorm like that. They'll line up 6, 8, 10 dump trucks in the freeway and they'll just go side by side. The first one, or the inside one, would be the farthest head, and then they just stagger them back and they just come through, and in one pass, clear the whole freaking freeway, depending on how many lanes it is. It's something to see. A lot of times the rear dump truck will be pulling a freaking blade that does the shoulder. Kind of sucks getting stuck behind them. They pack the trails with rollers. Up north, we just used to take snowmobiles. Take a bunch of snowmobiles and frickin' run through. They have all sorts of snowmobile trails up there, I suppose. Can't ski in 2 foot. So is that like, you talking like cross-country skiing tracks? I thought you said it was the ski hills. When I was a kid, I used to cross-country ski, and we'd just freaking get onto a snowmobile tracks, because you could ski on the snowmobile tracks. I don't know how they used to keep downhill skiing freaking packed in. But yeah, we used to cross-country ski all over the woods. Just find a snowmobile. It'd be 2-3 feet of snow, and you just find a park where the snowmobiles went through, and you just ski all over. We had so much snow the one year, though, the neighbors tried to go across our pasture, and they went through the crust, and you couldn't see that snowmobile. You'd see them digging and trying to dig a ramp out, and they get her going and get just up on the crust, and then it claps through again. There had to be 3-4 foot of snow out in our pasture. It took them like a month and a half to get that snowmobile out of our pasture. I wonder how they keep them packed up north. Because they're actually on top of the snow, they're actually blowing, making snow up there. Up in Minnesota and Wisconsin. Somehow they keep it all packed. And out in Colorado, where they had the big ski resorts, they don't pack all that snow either. Trails get rolled, huh? I just have the place have like 3-4 freaking snowmobiles and just one follow each other and just freaking pack it down like that. They have them snowcats. Those things are pretty cool. Put a freaking V-plow on the front of the snowcat. And have a snowmobile or two follow behind that. That pack trail down, you wouldn't even need a roller. Or put the roller right behind the snowcat. Get off of there, you're gonna knock the camera down. I have it off to the side so you can't. They also spray water on top? Wow. Don't think about it. Stay up. I went downhill skiing once. I don't even remember how old I was. I have 3 half-sisters, so the only time we ever did anything like super cool like that when I was a kid was when my sisters would show up. It was Dad's week for visitation. He'd get them once a year for a week. And that's when he bought the boat for that summer, and I went downhill skiing once. I was doing pretty good until I hit one of them jumps that they built in the downhill. My little brother, he freaking pointed his skis straight downhill, and he just freaking went full blast down the hill. Everybody else was dodging away from him because he just freaking pointed downhill instead of going back and forth. He was probably like 8 years old. Somehow we made it to the bottom of the hill. You watched for drunks falling off. So I think he used to work there. The drunks are supposed to be down in LA freaking around the fireplace. Not trying to go skiing. I'd be young and stupid again. That's funny. Come out of the bar and be smashed and then decide to go downhill skiing, huh? Used to of stupid shit when I was a kid too. I've been going through the book, making sure I didn't forget anything. Rich college kids. Yeah, they're usually the ones that are the stupidest of all of them. I said stay down from there. Stay over there. Yeah, I grew up in northern Wisconsin, so you'd have the rich college kids that would come up north to their parents' cabins, and they were the ones that frickin' lifted weights and played sports, and they'd come up and they'd be all friendly, and we were all loggers and frickin' bricklayers and farmers, and we're all around the bonfire drinking away, and they come up and they all friendly wanting to join, and they were good for a couple hours, so they got drunk and then thought they were better than everybody else, and that never turned out very good for them. Farmers' muscles are not gym muscles. They figured that one out real quick. So yeah. We used to, in Wisconsin, we used to call the people from Minnesota swampies, because they're the land of 10,000 lakes. Well, frickin' swampies are back in town. Because we were about 70 miles south of Superior, but that is only about an hour and a half north of Minneapolis, St. Paul. So that's basically where all the people from the Twin Cities had their cabins, because there was a bunch of lakes. There wasn't a whole lot of freaking locals. The closest town to us we were 5 miles out of town, and I believe Webster was like 500 or 700 people. Where we had the farm when I was a little kid. Freshwater lakes. Yep, there's nothing but freshwater lakes. We had there was a bunch of lakes around Webster. Siren. Danbury was what the Indians had the casino up there. They didn't have a casino up there when I was a kid. When I was a teenager, cold year round. No, it's not cold year round. About middle of April, it turned into summer. It got up to 80, 90 degrees in the summer. Sometimes it gets close to 100. Mosquitoes the size of frickin' hummingbirds, though. Oh, the water? It depended on the lake. Some lakes warm up. When I was a kid, we were about 8 miles. The farm was 8 miles from the lake, and me and my two brothers used to bike down there all the time, go swimming. That lake was cold year round. That was a spring-fed lake. It's a pretty big lake, but there are some lakes that aren't that deep and aren't that spring-fed, and they warm up pretty decent. Lake Superior, on the other hand, that thing is a freezing. Lake Superior is freezing all the time. I had a sailboat, and I left out of Ashland, and I sailed to the east side of the Madeline Islands, and I went into a cove for the night, and it was over the 4th of July, and it was a warm year. And in the morning, I needed to go on land to go do some business, and I guarantee you that my male anatomy went up all the way to my freaking heart when I got in that freaking water trying to walk the shore. That freaking lake is cold. Shell Lake would warm up a little bit when in like July and August when it was really hot out. That would start warming up enough to where you could. We didn't care. We used to go swimming when there was chunks of ice on the freaking water yet. When I was a kid, me and my brothers didn't care. We had the farm. There was farm ponds. We used to go swimming in the farm ponds when there was still ice on the water. I remember swimming like at 50 degrees outside and at Shell Lake, and you come out of the water and it felt like it was a freaking middle of summer. Patrick isn't on here, right? Once you get above Massachusetts, the ocean water stays cold. Cape Cod was where CJ's first time ever into the ocean was. I went out to Cape Cod to get sailboat parts because I had bought a 30-footer. Bought a 30-footer from a guy. Actually, I was living in Wisconsin, and I bought the 30-footer from a guy, and it was outside of Hannibal here. I came down here first time ever down here out at Mark Twain Lake, and he moved to Cape Cod. And when he moved, he was going to bring his sailboat out, but then his dad, he inherited a boat from his dad. But I ended up going to Cape Cod to pick up all the friggin' the parts, the sails. I don't remember what I all picked up. I picked up a trailer load of stuff. But just a second, guys. Sorry. But yeah, CJ went out with me, and that was his first time swimming in salt water. Was Cape Cod. Found out that Oh, it's 103. Okay, Joe. We'll call her at night. There's 4 of you guys here. I'll talk to you all tomorrow.